DCP, Crime Branch DCP, he did not overrule any of the angles that we are currently telling you about.
Okay, and since you have accessed the remand note, Sandeep, can you share more information from that? It talks about 2 mobile phones, 2 SIM cards, 2 Aadhaar cards, and a pistol magazine with 28 bullets. Were they not done? Were there some more targets that the assailants had and they were caught before?
See, yes, I was present in the court today, the whole day. And in fact, during the arguments also, the prosecution, in fact, argued with the fact that it was not just Baba Siddique, but there were multiple targets on the list of these very shooter. And the prosecution went on to say regarding the international links to this very gang members as well. Not only that, as far as you mentioned, the kind of devices that have been seized, yes, devices have been seized. They are, in fact, trying to unearth how these people got funding and, in fact, what was the mode of communication between the mastermind and and what was the mode of, how these people used to get funds to carry out their operations. They were staying in Kurla area and were paying 14,000 rent per month, and they were in Mumbai since September 2nd. So ultimately, these were the things that were in fact told before the court. Yes, as you mentioned, 28 live cartridges were recovered. Not only that, the police also mentioned that 6 rounds were also fired by these assailants, and in fact, 3 bullets hit Baba Siddique, due to which they, in fact, Baba Siddique could not survive. Apart from this, one of the most important things that, prosecution mentioned before the court, that where did they got the training and how did, this whole conspiracy started. That is something that the Mumbai Police Crime Branch wants to investigate. So there are multiple angles, Abhishek, that are coming out in this very case. And there are multiple questions that needs to be answered at this point in time.
Yeah, absolutely. And following this incident, this crime, Sandeep, can you tell us whether the Mumbai police has taken some preemptive measures in terms of providing additional security to some of these Bollywood names you are taking?
See, as far as top Bollywood actors are concerned, as per the threat perception report, Salman Khan has already been provided a high-level security. Not only that, Amitabh Bachchan, one of the prominent Bollywood actor, he also have a high security. Also, there is a kind of internal survey that happens, and on the basis of the intelligence report that comes up, on the basis of that, the security is being provided. But ultimately, whether the Mumbai police will be, upgrading the security of top Bollywood actors or the top politicians in the state of Maharashtra or the top VVIPs, businessmen, industrialists living in Mumbai. So this is something that needs to be reviewed at this point in time. And so far, there is no such a report which have after Siddique's death. There are high chances that there could be another review report that could be, in fact, coming out in coming days, and their security of VVIPs across Mumbai city would be beefed up in the coming days, Abhishek. But ultimately, there is no such information after this incident that someone's security has been beefed up. But yes, as per the routine procedures, right, if someone having the threat perception, high threat perception, then definitely their security would be beefed up.
Right. Sandeep, continue to stay with us and keep speaking to us. How's the law and order situation? Like, we're seeing huge crowds at the last rites of Baba Siddique. Has Mumbai police taken care of or made sure that there is no, spilling over of any kind of anger on the streets?
See, Abhishek, Baba Siddique being one of the popular face in Bandra East and Bandra West. He was someone who had been 3 times MLA out there in Bandra West area, and in 2014, in fact, he was defeated by Ashish Shelar of Bharatiya Janata Party. So no matter what, but Baba Siddique was someone who had good relation across the party. So people in Bharatiya Janata Party were also his friends. People in Congress Party are still his friends, in fact. And not only that, the people across, the community, he had a huge fan base, in fact. He was someone who used to be within the people. Although he got defeated due to the Modi wave in 2014, but ultimately he had recently joined NCP, Ajit Pawar's NCP, and also Zishan Siddique, his son, was in fact preparing to contest election from Bandra East constituency. Now, Abhishek, I just want to point out one of the important point out here. If you try to understand where this whole incident has happened, it is very important to make a note that the incident has happened just 700 meters away from Matoshri. Remember, Matoshri is the bungalow of Uddhav Thackeray. It is the official residence of Uddhav Thackeray. Now, Baba Siddique was in fact shot just 700 meters away from that very locality. So you can understand it was a very area where a lot of VVIPs reside. Uddhav Thackeray himself is a former ex-chief minister of Maharashtra. So such incident happening at that point in time, at that very place, raises a lot of question in the law and order situation, also in the security of the VVIPs residing in Mumbai and Maharashtra. Yeah. Abhishek.
Sandeep, also an important question. There is the Lawrence Bishnoi angle, of course, which is being investigated. And then there is another, which is that very recently only Baba Siddique had moved from the Sharad Pawar faction of the NCP to the Ajit Pawar faction. What are the chances that there could be an element of political rivalry, element of some gang war limited to Mumbai, and not Lawrence Bishnoi getting involved in this? Lawrence Bishnoi just staking claim because he succeeds in creating a perception that he can do such kind of stuff. But it's likely that this is a case of some political rivalry within Mumbai.
See, Abhishek, as far as, multiple angles are in fact emerging at this point in time. And when I speak to my sources regarding these angles, none of the angles are in fact overruled. See, Baba Siddique is one of the influential person and could have made a huge impact in the constituency that he is in right now. Although he was not someone who was supposed to contest election, but ultimately what we were hearing is that Baba Siddique was supposed to be sent to Rajya Sabha by Ajit Pawar's NCP in coming years. So if you analyze, if you think analytically, then there were less chances of political killing. But ultimately, when we think regarding, regarding Lawrence Bishnoi or his personal enmity, now there is one more angle that is being explored right now. Is there was a dispute between one well-known builder as well with Baba Siddique. Mumbai police is also investigating into that angle as well, because we also questioned DCP crime branch today, Datta Nalaude, regarding all the angles. He says that both the angles are being investigated. But as far as political angle is concerned or political rivalry is concerned, it seems less probability of political rivalry kind of encounter that has taken place. So as of now, Mumbai police is not overruling the political rivalry angle, but yes, they are not even considering that angle very seriously as compared to Lawrence Bishnoi's angle or any rift with some builders angle. So these are the two primary angles in which Mumbai Police Crime Branch are investigating right now.
Okay, and then let's come back to the antecedents of the assailants. Sandeep, two arrested, two on the run. Viewers would want to understand what are the criminal antecedents of the two arrested. One is from Haryana, the other is from Uttar Pradesh. What are you hearing about their criminal background and possible gang connections? And also the two on the run, how close is Mumbai police to be catching them? Are they still under their radar or they have vanished?
Very important question at this point in time, Abhishek, because all the accused involved in this case had a criminal background. Most of them, in fact, three people, those names have appeared right now as Shiva. Also, another one is those two who have been arrested, Gurmail, who belongs from Haryana, and also Dharamraj. They are accused of murder. They have charges like murder against them. All of them were, in fact, they have a history. They met in a jail in Punjab, and they befriended one of the key member of Lawrence Bishnoi gang in that very jail. And in fact, after coming out of jail, they got an offer from that very key member to kill Baba Siddique. And that point in time, they decided to move Mumbai, and they planned how to kill Baba Siddique. In fact, two pistols have been, in fact, recovered by Mumbai Police Crime Branch in this very case. So these are the shooters who had a criminal background, who were hired from different states of India. And at this point of time, a massive search is underway in Uttar Pradesh, in Haryana, in Madhya Pradesh, and also in Chhattisgarh. So multiple states are being, in fact, searched right now. And Mumbai police is also preparing to, in fact, question Lawrence Bishnoi, who is currently lodged in Sabarmati jail. So definitely there are multiple angles, and that needs to be investigated, and Mumbai police is, in fact, investigating in that way.
Okay, Sandeep, also last question before we let you go. Can you confirm whether a crime branch team has traveled to Sabarmati jail in Ahmedabad and is questioning Lawrence Bishnoi? Also, since two of the accused have already been in custody of the cops for almost 24 hours now, have they not spilled the beans? Have they not shared the information about who hired them to kill Baba Siddique?
See, Abhishek, as of now, the accused who have been arrested by Mumbai Police Crime Branch, what our sources in Crime Branch say is that they are misleading the Mumbai Police. Now, I just want to share one important thing that happened in the court, that one of the accused claimed that he is a minor, and due to which the court did not granted him immediate custody. Rather, court sought bone ossification reports from Mumbai Police Crime Branch of that very accused, and one of them was sent to police custody for next 7 days, although other one was not sent. So these are very smart criminals at this point of time, and who are not very much cooperating with the Mumbai Police Crime Branch right now. But yes, Mumbai Police Crime Branch is, in fact, collecting all the evidence and connecting the dots to, get to a conclusive investigation. As far as Lawrence Bishnoi's questioning is concerned, remember, Mumbai police will have to go through court to seek permission to question Lawrence Bishnoi. So as of now, they haven't, we haven't got any such of kind of confirmation from Crime Branch whether they have approached court to speak to Lawrence Bishnoi. But whenever this happens, definitely information will be, in fact, passed on by Mumbai police. But ultimately, at this moment, there is no such information whether they have reached out to, Sabarmati jail or to the court to question Lawrence Bishnoi. Rather, it is also being said that Mumbai police is taking the help of Haryana police, UPSTF, as well as Delhi police special cell, and they are collaborating with each other and, in fact, investigating together in this very case.
All right. Thank you so much, Sandeep, with that long conversation on the latest insofar as the investigation in the Baba Siddique murder case goes. We are getting live pictures of the last rites of the NCP Ajit Pawar faction leader. Remember, it's part of the Mahayuti alliance. The party is part of the Mahayuti alliance, which is ruling in Maharashtra. And these are latest pictures. And you can see state funeral being accorded to Baba Siddiki by the Eknath Shinde government there. And the
13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
Studio, your one-stop destination for all the breaking news updates. I am Shivangi Shukla. Let's get started.
देखिए ये कड़ी तालुका में जासलपुर गांव है जिसकी नज़दीक में एक सैटेलाइट कंपनी है और ये एक प्राइवेट कंपनी है, अंडर कंस्ट्रक्शन थी। और यहाँ पे ये घटना करीबन 1:15 बजे के आजू बाजू ये घटना बनी कि मिट्टी जो दीवार बन रही थी बाजू में तो वो उसके नीचे धस गई। और करीबन एस्टिमेटेड जो माहिती मिली है तो 9 से 10 लोग हैं यहाँ पे, करीबन जिनमें से 8 मेल हैं और 2 फीमेल्स हैं जो इसके नीचे दब गए थे। और बहुत दुखद ये घटना है और हमें इसमें से अभी 6 बॉडीज़ डेड रिकवर हुए हैं। और जो एक लड़का है 19 साल का, उसका वो जीवित मिला है हमें। और उसके बताने के हिसाब से 8 से 9 लोग करीबन यहाँ पे नीचे काम कर रहे थे। अभी अंदाजे के मुताबिक 2 से 3 बॉडीज़ और हैं अभी। एंड वी आर होपफुल के मतलब भगवान से हम यही दुआ करते हैं कि हमें वो जीवित मिले और कुछ देर में वो भी सामने हमें समझ मतलब पता चल जाएगा कि क्या है।
Mumbai police identify 4 suspects in the Baba Siddique murder case, out of which 2 have been sent to police custody. Hunt on for the others. Lawrence Bishnoi linked to Baba Siddique's killing emerges. Sources say that Mumbai police are in Sabarmati to question Lawrence Bishnoi.
मानता हूं कि जो भूपेंद्र हुड्डा है वो अति बुद्धिहीन है। हरियाणा में जो माहौल बनाया कांग्रेस के पक्ष में वो हमने बनाया था।
BKU chief Charuni has claimed that the farmers created a favorable atmosphere for the Congress party in Haryana. He also blamed Bhupender Singh Hooda for the defeat. Shiv Sena's Uddhav Thackeray has said that the MVA will announce CM face after the Shinde-led government discloses their CM candidate. Karnataka BJP claims that Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge's son Priyank Kharge wrote to the CEO of KIADB on the 5-acre land allocated to him, returns the land. BJP questions admission of guilt. Hello and a very warm welcome, viewers. You're watching Republic TV. I'm Deepak Suresh Kumar. First up is the focus on Baba Siddique's assassination, as the ruling Mahayuti in Maharashtra came under severe opposition fire after former minister and NCP leader Baba Siddique was sensationally shot in full public glare. Sources in the Mumbai police crime branch have said that the 2 suspected assailants who were detained in the wake of the killing claimed to be part of the Lawrence Bishnoi gang during the interrogation. Delhi police will also send a crack team to Mumbai to question Lawrence Bishnoi as well. And the special cell is saying that the probable motive for the gangster being linked to the killing was to establish his criminal influence in Mumbai. Meanwhile, an eyewitness to the sensational murder told your channel that he thought initially crackers were being burst as gunshots rang out, adding that the NCP leader was fatally fired upon despite the presence of police personnel at the scene. Take a look at this report.
As the maximum city reeled under the aftershocks of the sensational murder of senior NCP leader Baba Siddique, a probable link to the dreaded Bishnoi gang has now surfaced. According to sources in the Mumbai police crime branch, 2 suspected assailants who were nabbed in the wake of the killing claimed to be the henchmen of gangster Lawrence Bishnoi. Delhi police meanwhile decided to send a special team to Mumbai to probe the killing of the senior NCP leader.
NCP leader and a prominent face in Bandra West area, Baba Siddique, was shot out here at Kherwadi locality, wherein 3 individuals came from bike and attacked Baba Siddiki out here at this very place. This is the place where Baba Siddiki had in fact parked his car, and at this point in time when he was here, three unknown individual in fact came up on the bike and in fact shot him multiple rounds of bullets which led to his death. He was instantly moved to Lilavati Hospital in Bandra West, after which he was declared dead by the doctors out there.
Sources in Delhi Police Special Cell said that the probable motive for the gangster, whose name has come up in connection with the hit of the former Maharashtra minister, was to spread his sphere of criminal influence in Mumbai.
जिस जगह पर फायरिंग किया गया बाबा सिद्दीकी पे, इसी जगह पे फायरिंग किया गया। लगातार मुंबई पुलिस की क्राइम ब्रांच की टीम देर रात तक जो आरोपियों को अरेस्ट किया उनसे पूछताछ कर रही है। तीसरे आरोपी को पता करने के लिए अलग अलग टीम बनाई गई है मुंबई क्राइम ब्रांच के द्वारा, लेकिन अभी तक पता नहीं चल पाया है कि तीसरा आरोपी कहां है।
The senior NCP leader, who was deeply connected to the Mumbai film industry, was fatally shot in public glare near his son Zishan Siddiqui's office on Saturday late night. He was rushed to the nearby Lilavati hospital but succumbed to his injuries. Meanwhile, an eyewitness to the killing said that he thought initially that crackers were going off as gunshots rang out.
पटाखे बज रहे थे तो पटाखे की आवाज़ में वो पता नहीं चल पाया हम लोगों को कि गोलियां चल रही है कि नहीं चल रही, लेकिन जब भागना लोग शुरू किए तब हमें भी लगा कि नहीं कुछ तो हुआ है, तो हम भी अपने परिवार को लेकर भागना शुरू किया।
उस समय क्या स्थिति थी, क्या माहौल था आपके यहीं पे?
नहीं देखिए, ढोल वगैरह बज रहा था, काफ़ी भीड़ भाड़ थी, तो सब नाच गा रहे थे, दुर्गा माता को विसर्जन के लिए लेके जा रहे थे। तो इस तरफ आगे जहाँ पे इनका ये वारदात हुई है, ये इस तरफ जो वारदात हुई है, तो वहाँ का हमें कुछ नज़ारा पता नहीं चला, लेकिन जब यहाँ से लोग जो कुछ लोग यहाँ थे अगल बगल में जब भागना शुरू किए तब हमें लगा, और सब वो फिर माइक वगैरह सब बंद किया गया, म्यूजिक वगैरह बंद किया गया और फिर सब भागना शुरू कर दिया।
पुलिस थी उस समय?
पुलिस अगल बगल में तो यहाँ कुल हर जगह थी, पुलिस तो थोड़ी बहुत थी, लेडीज़ पुलिस भी थी, जेंट्स भी थे, तो सब यहाँ वहाँ थे, तो हमें लगा माहौल तो ठीक ही है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं थी।
A nearby tea seller also shared his experience as the sensational killing went down.
डेली चाय पीते हैं, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं, आते हैं तो चाय तो पीते ही हैं।
हाँ से ज़्यादा दूरी नहीं है जहाँ पे उनको गोली मारी गई?
नहीं
है ना,
तो 30 मीटर होगा।
30 मीटर। तो जब गोली मारी गई तो
वो फटाकरी बज रही थी, लोगों को समझ में नहीं आया।
आप गए दौड़ के वहाँ पे?
हाँ, लोग ऑफिस से जब दौड़े तो हम भी गए थे बाहर, तो हम गाड़ी तक गए थे।
तो वो जो जिन लोगों ने गोली मारी उनको कैसे पकड़ा गया?
ये नहीं देखे सर, हम यहीं तक रह गए।
भगाया गया या कोई?
हाँ, दौड़ते हुए गए थे।
वो लोग दौड़ते हुए गए?
कुछ उस तरफ भागे थे, कुछ इस तरफ गए थे।
अच्छा, तो स्थानीय लोगों ने पकड़ा था उन लोगों?
स्थानीय लोग पकड़े, पुलिस ने पकड़ी।
उनके साथ कितने पुलिस वाले आमतौर पे होते हैं बाबा के साथ? एक आदमी रहता है हमेशा।
Meanwhile, Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has announced a burial with full state honors for the slain former minister. As the ruling Mahayuti came under severe criticism over the brazen murder of a top NCP leader, with questions arising on the state of law and order under the Shinde regime, NCP Supremo and Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar called out the opposition for politicizing the incident.
दो लोगों को उनके हाथ में लगे हैं, 2 लोग, और भी कुछ लोग हैं, उनको ढूंढने के लिए, उनको लाने के लिए 5 टीम पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट ने लगवाई है, और अपोजिशन वालों को जो भी बोलना है वो बोल सकते हैं, लेकिन मेरी इतनी उनको विनती है कि अपना एक साथी, उन्होंने कांग्रेस में भी काम किया, हमारे महाविकास आघाड़ी में भी उन्होंने काम किया, अभी राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस में आके वो महायुति का भी एक घटक बने थे और अच्छी तरह से काम करने की उनकी कोशिश थी। वो स्पीच भी अच्छी तरह से देते थे, उनके एरिया में कुछ कार्यक्रम भी हुए, वहाँ लोगों ने बहुत अच्छी तरह से रिस्पांस दिया था। मैं खुद था, प्रफुल्ल भाई थे, बाबा थे, जिशान थे, सब हम थे, लेकिन जो नहीं होना चाहिए तो हुआ, इसका हमें बहुत दुख है।
Meanwhile, top criminal lawyer and 2611 prosecutor Ujwal Nikam weighed in on the incident.
It's a really most unfortunate incident which had occurred in Mumbai yesterday night. Mumbai had not witnessed since number of years the murder of any political leader. So the prime question is why the murder had occurred, who had committed. No doubt 2 suspects were apprehended by the mob on the spot, and I learned that the 3rd assailant ran away from the crime. But since it appears that some 10 to 15 days earlier, Baba Siddique was given threats, and therefore police had given protection to him.
As the political war of words explodes over the killing of the top NCP leader, the big question is, are there more netas on the hit list?
Now, viewers, as a political war erupts over the fatal shooting on senior NCP leader Baba Siddiki, your channel has unearthed some chilling details pointing to a hit job, because according to top police sources, 2 of the suspected assailants who were nabbed in the aftermath of the incident claimed during interrogation that they received a few lakhs before the killing of the top NCP leader, but they were promised handsome rewards after the assassination. It has also further emerged that the shooters carried out a recce of the crime scene near the office of NCP leader's son Zishan Siddique. Take a look at this report.
Amid the raging political firestorm over the sensational shooting of former Minister Baba Siddique, chilling new details have emerged indicating a hit job. Your channel Republic TV has exclusively learned that 2 of the suspected assailants who were arrested in the wake of Siddique's murder claimed during questioning that they received money before the killing and they were promised handsome rewards after. According to top sources, the shooters wanted to execute the suspected contract killing earlier, but developed a cold feet after the top NCP leader got an elaborate security cover following threats to his life. It is also reliably learned that the assailants did a detailed recce of the crime scene before carrying out the suspected hit job. The former minister and Congress leader was fatally fired upon by 3 assailants outside his son Zishan Siddique's office in Mumbai. Baba Siddique was rushed to nearby Leelavati hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. The top sources also say that the police are looking into a dispute over the slum rehabilitation project as a possible trigger for the crime behind the sensational hit on the NCP heavyweight. The probable involvement of the Lawrence Bishnoi gang owing to Siddique's proximity with actor Salman Khan is also being looked at.
कल शाम 9 से 9:30 बजे के बीच में एक्स स्टेट मिनिस्टर श्री बाबा सिद्दीकी ये उनके ही बेटे के ऑफिस के बाहर जब आए तो उसी वक्त उन पर गोलीबारी की एक घटना निर्मल नगर पुलिस स्टेशन के एरिया में हुई है। इस घटना के बारे में निर्मल नगर पुलिस स्टेशन में ऑफिस दर्ज किया गया है और तुरंत ही इसका इन्वेस्टिगेशन क्राइम ब्रांच को सौंपा गया है। इस घटना के तुरंत बाद जो भी पुलिस वहां पे मौके पे मौजूद थी, इसमें निर्मल नगर पुलिस स्टेशन के एपीआई दाभाड़े और उनके साथ के अधिकारी और कर्मचारियों ने बहुत ही बड़ा साहस दिखाते हुए इमीडिएटली एक्शन लेते हुए 2 एक्यूज को स्पॉट पे ही पकड़ने में सफलता उनको मिली है और इस ऑफेंस का भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन क्राइम ब्रांच की तरफ से हर एक एंगल से किया जा रहा है। एक्यूज के पास से 2 पिस्टल और 28 राउंड्स हमने बरामद किए हैं और एक्यूज की कस्टडी जो है 21 तारीख तक हमें मिली है। इस घटना में लॉरेंस बिश्नोई गैंग का जो रोल है उसके बारे में हम इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रहे हैं।
Meanwhile, sharing an update on the ongoing probe into the killing, Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis said that some angles have emerged.
हे असे सगळे जे काही या ठिकाणी थिअरीज येत आहेत, या थिअरीज कोणालाही माहिती नाहीत किंवा कुठूनही अधिकृत या थिअरीज नाही आहेत। ज्याला जे वाटलं तशा प्रकारच्या न्यूज तो चालवतो आहे। मी एवढंच सांगतो की काही अँगल्स लक्षात येत आहेत, त्यावर आता चौकशी चाललेली आहे। त्यापैकी मूळ चौकशीला अफेक्ट होणार नाही अशा प्रकारची जेवढी माहिती देण्यासारखी असेल ती दुपारी पोलीस देतील। आम्हाला महाराष्ट्राकडे पाहायचं आहे, महाराष्ट्राचा विकास, महाराष्ट्राची सुरक्षा पाहिजे. त्यामुळे ते खुर्चीकडे पाहतात, त्याने खुर्चीकडे बघावं, त्यांना जे बोलायचं बोलावं.
Joining me is Advocate Siddharth Agarwal. What were the arguments that took place in the court?
Police has asked for 14 days of custody of both the accused person that has been arrested in the present matter. And the court, after hearing the prosecution and our side, being an officer of the court, I had told the court whatever grounds on which the custody of the accused shall be minimized, and the prosecution has objected to it for sure. So considering that, court has given 7 days of police custody to accused number 1, and the ossification has been ordered against the accused number 2. After the ossification is done, then the accused number 2 will be produced before the court.
Why there is a kind of a confusion?
Accused number 2 has stated that he is 17 years old before the court, and court, upon considering his statement, has given such orders.
As far as the arguments are concerned, sir, there was multiple times it was said by the prosecution that there could be an international link to this. Whether there is a link to Lawrence Bishnoi gang or not, what have your, in fact...
you are absolutely correct that the prosecution has said that there are international links, but no such names has been taken as you are stating. So I cannot comment upon it. If the prosecution brings such material on record, that will be part of the judicial process. I cannot comment upon it.
As fresh revelations point to a hit job, the police have set up multiple probe teams to bring out the larger conspiracy behind the sensational hit on the NCP heavyweight.
Now, less than 24 hours after the top advisor to the Mamata Banerjee government mocked doctors who resigned en masse in solidarity with their fasting junior colleagues over the Arjika rape and murder case, saying that the so-called mass resignations had no legal standing. This is what the top advisor said, and a third doctor on an indefinite hunger strike for Abhaya was also rushed to the hospital after his condition worsened. Now, Bengal's leader of opposition, Suvendu Adhikari, meanwhile took a swipe at Mamata Banerjee's top advisor, Alapan Bandyopadhyay, for questioning the mass resignation, saying that his remarks were typical of the government's arrogance, insensitivity and audacity.
Amid the continuing showdown between the Mamata government and the protesting junior doctors, a third doctor was shifted to a hospital from the scene of the fast unto death at Kolkata's nerve center, Dharmatala. It is understood that the medical team of the protesting junior doctors front checked up on the fasting doctor Anastub Mukherjee after his health worsened. The medical team, according to reports, determined that the doctor should be shifted to a hospital at the earliest. 2 fasting doctors were similarly hospitalized earlier after their vitals took a turn for the worst. Lashing out at the state government, the juniors doctor front said that the Mamata-led administration would be responsible if any harm comes to the medicos who have put their lives on the line for Abhaya. The third doctor was hospitalized less than 24 hours after the top advisor to the Mamata government, Alapan Bandyopadhyay, mocked the mass resignations of senior doctors in solidarity with their junior colleagues by saying that they had no legal value.
We have been receiving certain letters which do refer to mass resignation as a point of reference. Certain pages without any mention of the subject have been annexed to such letters. Those annexed subjectless papers do indeed contain some signatures without the designations mentioned. These mass resignations, as they are being described, actually have no legal value.
Responding to Mamata's top 8, leader of the opposition Suvendu Adhikari said that his remarks smacked of arrogance, insensitivity and audacity, typical of the leaders he serves.
প্রথম কথা হচ্ছে আলাপন বাবু সরকারের কেউ নয়। আজকেও তিনি যেটা বলেছেন এটা দম্ভ এবং উদ্ধত্তের বহিঃপ্রকাশ। ডাক্তারবাবুরা সার্ভিস রুল মেনে পদত্যাগ করেনি যেমন ঠিক, সাথে সাথে ডাক্তারবাবুদের সেন্টিমেন্টটাকে মর্যাদা সরকার দেওয়া উচিত সেটা সরকার দিতে চাইছে না। সবচেয়ে বড় কথা হচ্ছে সরকার চাইছে ডাক্তারবাবুরা পদত্যাগ করে চাকরি ছেড়ে চলে যাক। আলাপনবাবুর আজকের যা সাংবাদিক বৈঠকে মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায়ের পক্ষ নিয়ে যে অহংকার এবং ঔদ্ধত্যের সঙ্গে দম্ভের সঙ্গে প্রেস কনফারেন্স করেছেন যে সার্ভিস রুল মেনে ইন্ডিভিজুয়াল পদত্যাগ করতে হবে এবং এটা এমপ্লয়ি এমপ্লয়ারের দুজনের মধ্যে বিষয়, মাস পিটিশন করে রেজিগনেশন দেওয়া যাবে না।
Meanwhile, support continued to pour in for the fasting junior doctors in Kolkata as 38 of their colleagues in Bengal's Arnab Medical College and Hospital resigned in solidarity with them. The Indian Medical Association, the country's top medical regulatory body, also announced a nationwide hunger strike from Tuesday in support of the fasting trainee doctors in Kolkata. As the state continues to be in a conflict with the saviors, we ask, has Mamta's tall promises on security and justice to protesting doctors come a cropper?
Now viewers, while the Congress continues to whine and cry about its Haryana poll drubbing, coming out with unfounded claims against the Election Commission, the focus has now shifted to the upcoming assembly elections in Maharashtra. And making no secret of his desire to return as the Chief Minister, Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray had a clip of his oath-taking during the MVA role play during his customary address to party supporters, expressing his desire for the top job as the MVA face for the CM pick. Here's how the tussle for CM face is unfolding within the MVA even before the elections.
Underlying tensions over a lack of consensus on a CM face are threatening to come to the fore, even as Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar sought to project a united face. Before his customary address on the Sehra, Shiv Sena UBT Supremo Uddhav Thackeray had a clip of his swearing in under the MVA rule play for party supporters. The clip is being seen as Uddhav's attempts to push his case to return as CM. However, Sharad Pawar has already ruled out going into the upcoming assembly elections with a CM face. The apparent lack of consensus over the CM face prompted a jab from the Mahayuti, which dared the opposition to combine to come out with its face for the elections. To this, Uddhav responded on Sunday saying since the Mahayuti, being the ruling alliance, should name its CM face first and then the MVA will follow with theirs.
भाजपची एवढी दयनीय अवस्था झालेली आहे की त्यांना चोरांना आणि गद्दारांना नेता म्हणून मानावं लागतंय. त्यांच्या नेतृत्वात ते निवडणूक लढणार आहेत का? पहिला महायुतीचा चेहरा येऊ द्या, आमच्याकडे चेहरे आहेत.
Even as Uddhav sends out broad feelers to the MVA amid jockeying for CM, are the NCP and Congress ready to play the junior alliance partners going into the elections?
Viewers, the Congress was in fact hands in gloves with the Bharatiya Kisan Union for its Haryana election campaigning. A statement clearly suggesting the same has also been exposed. This has now exposed the Congress's collusion with the farmers, which staged a protest ahead of the Haryana elections. And today we have the BKU chief coming out and saying that we created a favorable situation, a favorable condition for the Grand Old Party. And the BKU chief also blamed Huda for the defeat.
At the helm of these anti-India protests at the Haryana-Delhi borders in 2020 to 2021 was the Bharatiya Kisan Union. The same Bharatiya Kisan Union has officially admitted to having worked for the Congress in Haryana.
मैं ये मानता हूँ कि जो भूपेंद्र हुड्डा है वो अति बुद्धिहीन है। हरियाणा में जो माहौल बनाया कांग्रेस के पक्ष में वो हमने बनाया था, वो किसान वर्ग ने बनाया था। किसान चलो मेरे को नहीं दी थी, दूसरे दो किसान लीडरों को दे देता, कम से कम लोगों के अंदर ये तो जाता कि हाँ अब किसानों का कौन है जी, बीजेपी वैसे किसानों की दुश्मन कांग्रेस नजदीक नहीं लगाती, फिर कहाँ जाएंगे ये। इसलिए हम आप खड़े हुए, रमेश दलाल खड़ा हुआ, हर्ष शिकारा खड़ा हुआ, मैं खड़ा हुआ, और भी कई लोग प्रयास में थे लेकिन वो नहीं हो पाए।
With this, the Congress's hands in gloves and back channel alliance with the same farmers' union is now exposed. But the situation has become far worse since the defeat. Not only has Congress been exposed, but the sneakish election strategy in Haryana under Rahul Gandhi's leadership has boomeranged. Political farmers like the Bharatiya Kisan Union, whom the Congress vocally supported in the farmers' protest against the centre over farm laws, are openly speaking against the Congress leadership. Notably, Gurnam Singh Charuni, who contested from Pihowa seat in Haryana, was also defeated against Congress candidate Mandeep Chatta.
मैं बता रहा हूँ ना, सबसे बड़ी वजह ये रही कि इसने किसी से समझौता नहीं किया और कांग्रेस ने इसके ऊपर छोड़ दी। और अब भी मैं आपके माध्यम से कहना चाहता हूँ कांग्रेस हाईकमान को कि अब भी जो विपक्ष का नेता बनाना है वो भूपेंद्र हुड्डा को ना बनाए, क्योंकि पिछले 10 सालों में भूपेंद्र हुड्डा ने विपक्ष की भूमिका नहीं निभाई, किसान यूनियन ने विपक्ष की भूमिका निभाई थी, भूपेंद्र हुड्डा ने विपक्ष की भूमिका नहीं निभाई। और अगर आगे भी ऐसा रहा तो फिर आगे भी मत उम्मीद करना कि कांग्रेस का राज आएगा। अच्छी भूमिका निभानी पड़ेगी विपक्ष की इनको, और वो मजबूत विपक्ष चाहिए, उसके लिए लड़ने वाला आदमी इनको आगे करना पड़ेगा।
Congress now finds itself in an ironic situation in Haryana.
$13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
This is Republic Kuchina Studio, your one-stop destination for all the breaking news updates. I am Shivangi Shukla. Let's get started.
Director, the taste of success.
Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Good evening and welcome, friends. The fact that you're watching News Sunday shows how seriously you take what's happening around you and in the country. So let's have an engaging 1 hour of news conversation. There has been a high-profile killing in Mumbai. Baba Siddique was shot dead last evening while on way out from his office in Bandra. The fact that he was a leader of the NCP Ajit Pawar faction, which is part of the ruling Mahayuti government in Maharashtra, raises some questions about law and order. There is another development more important for the pole-bound state's politics. Uddhav Thackeray all but staked claim to be the chief minister face of the MVA, which has Congress and NCP Sharad Pawar faction as allies. In his Dasara rally at Shivaji Maidan yesterday, a clip of the moment of his 2019 oath-taking ceremony was played to underscore the message to the allies. This comes at a time when the Congress has egg on its face, having lost Haryana, which was their election to lose, at least as per the exit polls. Seems even the India allies are taking Congress in a pincer. Also, known farmers' protests face Gurnam Singh Chaduni of the Bharatiya Kisan Union has slammed the Congress for failing to win Haryana, despite the hawa or atmosphere they created in favor of the party. In saying so, Chaduni has called the bluff of the narrative which was projected around the farmers' protests, that those were organic and rooted in genuine concern about farmers' lives. If you listen to him, it would become clear that what passed off as farmers' protests was actually part of a grand plan to dislodge the BJP and nothing else, and in any case, not achieve farmers' welfare. We'll discuss that in second half. Let me get to the headlines now. Mumbai police have identified 4 accused or suspects in the Baba Siddique murder case, out of which 2 are already in custody and taken on remand. A funeral procession of Baba Siddique started from his residence in Bandra. He will be laid to rest with full state honours. Republic has accessed remand note of both the accused. Police has recovered 2 pistol magazines, Aadhaar cards and mobile phones from the accused as per the document.
मैं ये मानता हूँ कि जो भूपेंद्र हुड्डा है वो अति बुद्धिहीन है। हरियाणा में जो माहौल बनाया कांग्रेस के पक्ष में वो हमने बनाया।
Chadani claims that farmers created favourable atmosphere for the Congress in Haryana. He also blames Bhupender Hooda for the defeat. Dodging the question on the MVA CM face, Shiv Sena UBT chief Uddhav Thackeray has said the MVA will announce chief minister candidate provided that Eknath Shinde-led government discloses their CM face first. All right, a fierce contest is brewing within the Maha Vikas Aghadi as Congress and Uddhav Thackre's Shiv Sena vie for the chief ministerial position, with both parties seeking to assert their dominance ahead of the upcoming assembly elections. Tensions are mounting over the selection of a CM face. Uddhav, leveraging his past leadership role, aimed to reclaim his position during his Dasara speech yesterday, while the Congress weighs its influence in the coalition, and that even as NCP Sharad Pawar would, of course, want their leader, if not Sharad Pawar, perhaps Supriya Sule, to take the lead
As the MVA grapples with internal disagreements, the stakes are really high. Let's look at those details, and then I come back for a conversation on what it means for Maharashtra politics.
Underlying tensions over a lack of consensus on a CM face are threatening to come to the fore, even as Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar sought to project a united face. Before his customary address on the Sehra, Shiv Sena UBT Supremo Uddhav Thackeray had a clip of his swearing in under the MVA rule play for party supporters. The clip is being seen as Uddhav's attempts to push his case to return as CM. However, Sharad Pawar has already ruled out going into the upcoming assembly elections with a CM face. The apparent lack of consensus over the CM face prompted a jab from the Mahayuti, which dared the opposition to combine to come out with its face for the elections. To this, Uddhav responded on Sunday saying since the Mahayuti, being the ruling alliance, should name its CM face first and then the MVA will follow with theirs.
भाजपची एवढी दयनीय अवस्था झालेली आहे की त्यांना चोरांना आणि गद्दारांना नेता म्हणून मानावं लागतंय. त्यांच्या नेतृत्वात ते निवडणूक लढणार आहेत का? पहिला महायुतीचा चेहरा येऊ द्या. आमच्याकडे चेहरे आहेत.
Even as Uddhav sends out broad feelers to the MVA amid jockeying for CM, are the NCP and Congress ready to play the junior alliance partners going into the elections?
All right, joining me, Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP, Sameer Chowgaonkar, senior journalist. He's someone who has written a book on the Shiv Sena split. He's joining us live from Delhi. He has long experience of covering Maharashtra politics. Also joining us, Gyanendra Mishra, political analyst. He leans towards the Congress party, joining us live from Delhi, as also Anish Gawande, national spokesperson of the NCP Sharad Pawar group. Live from Pune tonight. And Sanju, typically I begin with opposition side and not the ruling dispensation, but you happen to be in a position where you have to defend what has happened last night in Maharashtra. Keep your answer brief because our main focus is on the Maharashtra politics. But what is the law and order situation? After all, Baba Siddique was an alliance partner leader, and your government is giving him a state funeral. He had expressed threat to his life and yet he was killed. Sanju, what's about the law and order in Maharashtra?
You know, first and foremost, my condolences to the kith and kin of Baba Siddique. What happened is very unfortunate, but be that as it may. And you know, this is a highly unpopular opinion, but I'll go so far as saying that one swallow does not make it a summer. The law and order situation overall in Maharashtra is absolutely kosher, with the crime conviction rate at more than 62%, the best that it has ever been in the last so many decades. There was a time when the likes of, Riaz Bhati, a famous gangster, Shakil Sheikh, Afzal Ghulam Sheikh, these are all underworld operatives. They used to run amok in Mumbai, Maharashtra. There was a time when the likes of Iqbal Musa used to attend Uddhav Thackeray's rally, and Uddhav Thackeray used to mollycoddle the likes of Iqbal Musa in full public glare. And for this lot, led by Uddhav Thackeray, the likes of Sharad Pawar, the likes of Rahul Gandhi, for them to actually be questioning the credibility of Maharashtra's law and order is absolutely hypocritical, to put it mildly. Don't forget that, if today you have somebody like Ibrahim Kaskar behind bars, it is thanks to the double engine sarkar of Narendra Modi, Devendra Fadnavis and Eknath Shinde. I just want to tell one thing to the opposition without being verbose. This is the same lot which has not yet chosen to even condemn, castigate or express regret or remorse about the fact that for the longest time, doctors in Bengal are on strike post the unfortunate RG Kar medical.
They've done that. CPM is protesting.
Incident.
CPM is protesting. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary of the Congress is protesting. But
they've woken up too late in the day. They've woken up too late in the day. Now because they realize that their backs are to
okay, let's not go to Bengal. Let's not go to Bengal. Let's stay focused on Maharashtra. Sanju, you got your answer. You gave your answer, and people would judge whether the law and order situation is exactly what you say. But Samir Chogaonkar, you are a close watcher of Maharashtra politics. What do you make out of the playing of pictures from 2019 oath-taking ceremony of Uddhav Thackeray when he was giving his Dashara speech yesterday from Shivaji Maidan? Samir.
देखिए, अगर अभिषेक अगर कल उद्धव ठाकरे का दशहरे का जो संबोधन हुआ, अगर हम उसको ध्यान से देखेंगे तो तीन बातें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट आती है उसके अंदर। उद्धव ठाकरे ने पूरे भाषण में कहीं भी कांग्रेस का जिक्र नहीं किया, अपने पूरे भाषण में शरद पवार का जिक्र नहीं किया, और कहीं भी उन्होंने इस भाषण में ये नहीं कहा कि शरद पवार और कांग्रेस के साथ मिलकर हम सरकार बनाने जा रहे हैं। उद्धव ठाकरे ने जो शपथ ग्रहण हुआ था वो बहुत बड़े डिस्प्ले पे बताया और ये संदेश देने की कोशिश की है कि अगर महागठबंधन की सरकार आती है तो उद्धव ठाकरे मुख्यमंत्री बनेंगे। लेकिन शरद पवार बोल चुके हैं, कांग्रेस कह चुकी है कि अभी उद्धव ठाकरे मुख्यमंत्री का चेहरा नहीं है, हम चुनाव लड़ेंगे और उसके बाद तय करेंगे कि मुख्यमंत्री कौन होगा। 2024 के लोकसभा चुनाव में जो कांग्रेस को 13 सीटें मिली है, उद्धव ठाकरे से बड़ी पार्टी बनकर उभरी है, और जिस तरीके से शरद पवार ने प्रदर्शन किया है तो शरद पवार की भावनाएं भी हिल्लोरे ले रही है कि मैं नहीं तो मेरी बेटी मुख्यमंत्री बन सकती है। नाना पटोले को लग रहा है कि मैं मुख्यमंत्री बन सकता हूँ, वहाँ और नेताओं को लग रहा है कि हम मुख्यमंत्री बन सकते हैं। उद्धव ठाकरे बार बार बोल रहे हैं कि मुझे मुख्यमंत्री का चेहरा घोषित करके महाराष्ट्र के विधानसभा चुनाव में जाना चाहिए। कांग्रेस ने और शरद पवार ने बहुत स्पष्ट मना कर दिया है। संजय राउत दिल्ली आए थे, उनके साथ उन्होंने मीटिंग की केसी वेणुगोपाल के साथ, राहुल गांधी से मिले, मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे से मिले, लेकिन कांग्रेस ने स्पष्ट कर दिया है कि मुख्यमंत्री का कौन होगा यह चुनाव के बाद के समीकरण तय करेंगे। यह बता रहा है कि महागठबंधन के अंदर मुख्यमंत्री को लेकर किस तरह का खींचतान चल रही है, और अभी तो सीटों का बंटवारा भी नहीं हुआ है।
Okay, let me get in Anish also before I go to the Congress leading panelist for the Congress view, because the Congress is going to get a lot of arrows on this. Anish, I saw some reaction coming in from you when Samir was narrating the events of past fortnight or month insofar as Maharashtra politics is concerned. But my focus is the comments made by Uddhav Thackeray and the analysis that Samir gave about subtle messaging between the lines. If you read, he did not say he would become chief minister, but he effectively staked claim to be the CM face of the MVA. You think that understanding is there within the alliance that yes, maybe Uddhav would take on the baton if at all the MVA comes to power?
Firstly, thank you very much for having me on your show. Samirji, you're a senior journalist, but I have to laugh when you make such statements. Because the reality is that at least the Mahavikas Aghadi is united enough to have a press conference together. And we had one. When is the last time the Mahayuti has had a press conference together? Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar walks out of cabinet meetings early before landmark proposals are signed. At the Lakhpati Didi event, there's only Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis with Chief Minister Eknath Shinde on stage with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Sometimes they call it a triple engine sarkar, sometimes they call it a double engine sarkar. We don't know whose Ladki Bahin scheme is it. Is it Maji Ladki Bahin for Ajit Pawar ji, or is it Mukhyamantri Maji Ladki Bahin? And on the third end, you've got Devendra Fadnavis ji, who still keeps saying me Punayain, although that's gotten a little subdued. So the real question is not on the Mahavikas Aghadi's side. I think the question has been cleared fairly easily with the press conference that happened today and with multiple statements that have been made that the chief ministerial face will be decided after the elections. But the challenge has been placed in front of the Mahayuti. If they are so confident and if they're making these demands upon the opposition, they should go ahead and announce their own CM face. The tri-party alliance, which seems on the verge of breaking at every minute, has not been able to have the guts to announce their own CM face. So with what face are they asking us?
Okay, that's a direct ask. That's a direct ask from Sanju Verma. So before I go to Gyanendra Mishra, I have to go back to Sanju Verma again. Sanju, now you see a couple of points that come out of what Anish is saying. Number one, with that joint press conference, the MVA has underscored in pictures the unity of the alliance, which the Mahayuti has failed. On top of it, we have Ajit Pawar walking out in and out of cabinet meetings, not once, perhaps twice. And then, even the Mahayuti has troubles when it comes to seat sharing. So it's not that all is hunky-dory on your side.
You know, वो एक कहावत है ना, बेगानी शादी में अब्दुल्ला दीवाना. That is the condition of the Mahavikas, or should I say Mahavinash Aghadi and its spokespersons. Let's talk hard facts here. You know, you look at the condition, I'll come to each of the MVA components. First, let's talk about the Congress, which has been jumping up and down in desperation and frustration post the debilitating loss in Haryana, which has caught them by absolute surprise and shock. You have Nana Patole versus Bhai Jagtap. You have Bhai Jagtap, who's fighting with the Mumbai Congress chief, Varsha Gaikwad. You have Varsha Gaikwad, who's fighting against Prithviraj Chavan. And you have Prithviraj Chavan, who's fighting against XYZ and just about everybody else. Then look at Sharad Pawar's NCP, which is a far cry from what it used to be 2 years back. Don't forget, in April 2023, Sharad Pawar's NCP lost its national party status. And to add insult to injury, one of the most powerful OBC leaders from the Sharad Pawar camp, Chhagan Bhujbal, he finally abandoned Sharad Pawar. He was always considered
Please
a
see
big
what he's saying about your
Sharad
government.
Pawar. Can I finish? Don't get rattled. I did not heckle you. You will get your turn to speak. Don't interject me.
Okay, he was making a point about Chhagan Bhujbal, I believe, Sanju.
I repeat, one of the tallest OBC leaders, particularly somebody who was very, very close to Sharad Pawar for decades together. Today, he's chosen to abandon Sharad Pawar and he is with the Mahayuti, not with Mahavinash Aghadi. Sanjay Bhansode, he is supposed to be the Bahubali of Latur. Again, somebody who was very close to Sharad Pawar. Today, Sanjay Bhansode is not with Sharad Pawar. He is with Eknath Shinde, Devendra Fadnavis camp. Then you have somebody called Anil Bhaidas Patil, considered to be the Bahubali of Jalgaon, who was earlier with the Mahavinash Aghadi. Today, he is with Mahayuti. That is with the BJP-led and Shinde-led Fadnavis, Eknath Shinde combined. So my limited point is this. Whether it is Latur, whether it is Jalgaon, whether it is OBC leaders like Chhagan Bhujbal, or for that matter, whether it is Aditi Tatkare or Dhananjay Munde, who's supposed to be a powerful leader from the Bid area, these are people who were always very, very close to either Uddhav Thackeray or Sharad Pawar, and today they've chosen to abandon Mahavinash Aghadi because they see no future there, and they are in the public domain clearly saying that Rahul Gandhi, Sharad Pawar, Uddhav Thackeray cannot keep their flock together. So how on earth are they expected to lead Maharashtra to glory, which is what they falsely claim via false bravado, screaming from every available rooftop?
Okay.
I want to interject.
Gyanendra Mishra.
I want to say that.
Talk about Chhagan
Give me
Bhujbal now.
1 second.
Why did he
Give me
leave
1
Sharad
second
Pawar?
to respond to
Why
this.
did Chhagan
Give me
Bhujbal
1
leave
second to
Sharad
respond to
Pawar?
this.
Yeah, quickly, Anish, quickly,
Give me
yes.
1 second to respond to this. Sanju Verma has rattled off a lot of names. Let me rattle off one number. 8 out of 10 Lok Sabha seats. I don't want to say anything more. You can keep rattling off your names. We've got a track record to prove it. And we'll show it to you here in the Vidhan Sabha. I don't want to talk about whether Chhagan Bhujbal is in your alliance.
Sanju,
Please ask him. Look at the statements he's making. You please figure out whether your alliance partners.
Okay, I'll go to seat sharing. I'll go to seat sharing in a bit. Let me get in Gyanendra Mishra of the Congress also. It's understandable that the Congress party leaders there in Maharashtra would be upbeat, Gyanendra Mishra, given the kind of performance they had in the general elections. But the fact of the matter is, post Haryana, the Congress party seems to be in a pincer insofar as its allies are concerned. Forget about what Uddhav Thackeray did yesterday. He did not say that he wants to be CM, but he played a clip during his address. Look at what Sanjay Raut has said, Gyanendra Mishra, just a couple of days back, but a day after Haryana results. He has said the Sena for the past 2 months has been insisting that MV announce a CM face. And even though it wants Uddhav to be MV's CM face, the Sena is not openly saying so. Right? There is a strong lesson to be learned from the defeat of the Congress in Haryana. The MVA and Congress should take a cue from it and declare a chief minister face in Maharashtra. So obviously there is restlessness in Uddhav Sena, Gyanendra Mishra, about getting declared or getting Uddhav declared a chief minister face. The Congress obviously is facing the heat now after Haryana results.
Yes. So Abhishek, obviously, every political component in Maharashtra, including the Sena, has its own ambition. And I don't see there is any harm if they are positioning Uddhav Thackeray to be the chief minister, next chief minister, if MBA, wins in Maharashtra, which it's supposed to do so. See, the point is that declaring a CM face at this stage is neither practical nor politically viable. It is in combination of three very strong, deep-rooted party in the Maharashtra politics. You cannot rule out the strength of Sharad Pawar ji and NCP in Maharashtra. And in a similar way, obviously, Uddhav Thackeray and the Shiv Sena, Bal Thackeray, carries a lot of weight and popularity. But it is the dharma of the coalition that the leadership and who would be the next chief minister should be decided post the election result. First, you should be in a position to claim to the post, and then you decide who should be the, the face of the chief ministership. And depending on, I think it is very fair, depending on the number, the strength that all the components individually gets in Maharashtra after the election, should be the face. Suppose if the Congress is getting the maximum number of seats, or the NCP is getting the maximum number of seats, and the similar way, the Shiv Sena gets the maximum number of seats, then it should be decided with the consultation of all the relevant stakeholders that who should suits to be the to occupy the post of chief minister. It not necessarily need to be a game of numbers only, that if you have the most number of seats, then your leader should automatically be declared the chief minister. I don't think that politics, plays out in this way. So depending on many other factors, it should be a very deep consultation, strategic consultation to declare who should be the face of the chief minister. And I don't think that Mahayuti has any face to talk about that there is a bickering or infighting or positioning within the MVA as far as the chief minister is concerned, because that is, I believe, more rampant and more apparent as far as the Mahayuti is concerned, where there is a total lack of confidence amongst the multiple political, stalwarts, the so-called stalwarts in the Maharashtra politics, and they all are internally positioning to be the chief minister. And when you look at it, there is a huge sense of, as I said, suspicion amongst the leadership of Mahayuti, whether it is Devendra Fadnavis or Pawar Sahab is concerned, or Devendra Fadnavis is concerned, who is sulking that why he has not been made the chief minister, and why a breakaway group from Shiv Sena was made the chief minister. If that would have been the case, what was the harm in making Uddhav Thackeray the chief minister? You basically sacrificed your government. You acquire a very bad reputation of, creating divide in the political party. And then you again declared a face within the Shiv Sena as the chief minister. So the cadre of BJP in Maharashtra has consistently asking this question, that if that would have been the situation, what was the point of, doing all this drama and abandoning Shiv Sena and then declaring, creating and fostering within the, all the parties, whether it is NCP or whether it is Shiv Sena, and then declare a candidate as the chief minister. So these are the huge consternation which is going in the Mahayuti, and therefore you see that they have still not been able to declare who would be the chief ministerial face, which the BJP normally does.
Okay.
When you look at the Haryana election, they made very clear.
Gyanendra Mishra, you got a long... Okay, Gyanendra Mishra, I think you are being overly optimistic if you think that the Congress party is going to be consulted, because The latest experiences from Uttar Pradesh, where Akhilesh Yadav, even for a bypoll, has not even bothered to consult Congress. And in fact, of the 6 candidates he has already announced, on 2, Congress had a strong demand for their candidates to be contesting, but Akhilesh Yadav has not consulted. So it's unlikely that that kind of deep consultation, as you are suggesting, is going to happen. Obviously, there is a allies consultation would happen. But before I come to Sanjeev Verma, Samir Chogaonkar, are you as optimistic of the MVA succeeding in sorting out its issues as Gyanendra Mishra is?
देखिए, मैं 2 बातें यहाँ पर अभिषेक कहना चाहूँगा। नंबर 1, जो अभी ज्ञानेंद्र जिस बातों का जिक्र कर रहे थे, देखिए कांग्रेस के बारे में बोल रहे थे। कांग्रेस की स्थिति देखिए आप। कांग्रेस अभी कुछ महीने पहले विधान परिषद के चुनाव महाराष्ट्र के अंदर हुए थे। कांग्रेस के कितने एमएलए ने क्रॉस वोटिंग की? तो कांग्रेस की स्थिति महाराष्ट्र में ऐसी कि कांग्रेस अपने एमएलए को साथ में रख पा रही है। विधानसभा चुनाव में कांग्रेस को उसकी स्थिति का पता पड़ जाएगा। जहां तक अगर मैं महायुति की बात करूं, देवेंद्र फडणवीस एकनाथ शिंदे गठबंधन की सरकार की अगर मैं बात करता हूं, तो देखिए अगर महाराष्ट्र में अगर देखें तो देवेंद्र फडणवीस सबसे बड़े नेता है, सबसे लोकप्रिय नेता है। और 5 साल का देवेंद्र फडणवीस का जो ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड रहा है एज मुख्यमंत्री 2014 से लेकर 2019 तक का, वह बहुत शानदार कार्यकाल रहा है। तो महाराष्ट्र की जनता चाहती है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता चाहते हैं और राष्ट्रीय सेवक संघ के स्वयंसेवक चाहते हैं कि देवेंद्र फडणवीस फिर महाराष्ट्र के मुख्यमंत्री बने। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अगर देवेंद्र फडणवीस को मुख्यमंत्री बनाकर भारतीय जनता पार्टी चुनाव में जाती है तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी स्पष्ट बहुमत की सरकार बना लेगी। या भारतीय जनता पार्टी को तय करना है कि देवेंद्र फडणवीस को मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में पहले घोषित करना है या चुनाव के बाद देवेंद्र फडणवीस को मुख्यमंत्री।
Okay, both Anish and Gyanendra want to come. There's a question, but actually that Sanju should be answering. So I will come to Anish after I go to Sanju. Sanju, you see, it's not an easy task to handle. Everyone remembers Devendra Fadnavis taking that oath as Deputy Chief Minister. Nobody would have said that he is looking very happy. And now Ajit Pawar walking in, walking out. You did not answer the question last time when Anish threw it at you. Ajit Pawar walking in and walking out of the cabinet after the general election, saying he regrets making his wife contest against sister Supriya. I think, and the fact that there are a lot of NCP Ajit Pawar leaders who have gone back to the Sharad Pawar umbrella, I think it's not actually that rosy a picture for you also, Sanju.
Abhishek, let me be very clear. I am no longer amused by the fact that भारतीय जनता पार्टी चुनाव हारती है तब भी सवाल भारतीय जनता पार्टी से पूछा जाता है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी चुनाव जीतती है तब भी सवाल भारतीय जनता पार्टी से ही पूछा जाता है। I'm happy that people have decided to be so questioning of us in terms of raising the bar that high for us, in terms of being exacting of how BJP should perform. But this is not about BJP. Let's first and foremost get this very clear that barely 2 years back, 73% of Uddhav Thackeray's legislators abandoned him and moved over to Mahayuti. 67% of Sharad Pawar's legislators abandoned him and moved over to Mahayuti. So the first point is both Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar, driven by Putra Moh and Putri Moh, have failed to keep their flock together. My second point, and very important one, which will answer many questions. This is a news which is barely 4 months old. I have this here. I'm reading ad verbatim from a report of a major newspaper which says that things are so bad despite the Congress doing well in Lok Sabha 2024. Things are so bad that 16 senior leaders of the Congress, including Chandrakant Handore, Janardhan Chandurkar, Bhai Jagtap, Naseem Khan, Suresh Shetty, Madhu Chavan, Charan Singh Sapra, Zakir Ahmed, and Amarjit Manhas, they have written a letter to K.C. Venugopal and Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge saying that if Varsha Gaikwad continues as the Mumbai Pradesh Congress chief, it is curtains down for the Vinash Aghadi in the Maharashtra Assembly election. This is a letter from June 2024. Has any action been taken by Mallikarjun Kharge to restore some semblance of sanity in Congress ranks? No. So first and foremost, before questioning the BJP, let the Mahavinash Aghadi do introspection, look at your own backyard. Point number 2, and very importantly, I think everybody needs to understand this very quickly. Prior to the UP 2022 assembly polls, people said, अरे योगी आदित्यनाथ को दोबारा मुख्यमंत्री घोषित नहीं किया, इस बार तो बीजेपी हारेगी, अखिलेश यादव वापस आएंगे. For the first time in 37 years, the incumbent chief minister romped back to power. And then ditto happened in Uttarakhand. People said, oh, Pushkar Singh Dhami was made the chief minister barely a few months in the run-up to Uttarakhand polls. Is baar to BJP haregi. And what happened? For the first time in 27 years, the incumbent, led by Dhami, romped back to power in Uttarakhand. And let me remind you that the BJP does not have a history of necessarily naming a chief ministerial candidate. Did we name a chief ministerial candidate for Rajasthan? No. Did we name a chief ministerial candidate for Haryana? No. Did we name a chief ministerial candidate even for Madhya Pradesh, where we were ruling for more than 20 years? No. And it's there for you to see. It's not Shivraj Singh Chauhan, but Mohan Yadav, who's now at the head of affairs. So we believe कि lotus par chhap lagao. Chief ministerial candidate is incidental to the larger scheme of things.
Okay, understood. Fair enough. It's an easy way out for you to say that, like we did in these states, we are not good. In a way, you are telling the opposition in Maharashtra that the BJP does not have the culture of naming its chief minister face, so we are not going to do that in Maharashtra also. Also, you could have said that there is already a structure which exists, which is that Eknath Shinde is the chief minister, Devendra Fadnavis is the deputy chief minister. But Gyanendra Mishra, coming to you, you know, the way things look, particularly after the Haryana results, nobody of your allies are trusting you. I mean, we have seen the kind of statements that have come in from the SP, the RJD, the Shiv Sena Uddhav group, the NC, among others. And today, of course, another one from an unofficial ally, the BKU, Bharatiya Kisan Union, which we are, of course, discussing on the other side of this debate. But Gyanendra Mishra, the Congress seems to be in a weak position now to be dictating terms in the alliance in any manner.
So, Abhishek ji, you know, I believe that it is basically a welcoming, you know, symbol that it is India alliance is a very democratic alliance. It is not dominated or controlled by one political party like the NDA alliance is, where BJP is a boss party and every other alliance will have to listen to BJP. This time, obviously, BJP came to 248 only, and therefore some importance, some recognition are being given to its allies. Yeah. Otherwise, there was no mentioning of any allies as far as the NDA government is concerned. Okay. Now I look at it as a welcoming position that the different partners of India alliance are concerned about the success of the alliance, and wherever they feel
is the Congress concerned is the question, Gyanendra Mishra. Allies are concerned that the Congress does not seem to be concerned at all.
No, the Congress is, you know, Abhishek ji, you know that the result in Haryana is as surprising for anybody to comment upon. And therefore, what went wrong there is an internal party discussion which is being held, that what has been wrong there, that the party which was supposed to everywhere, including you, across the political thought process, people were saying that the Congress is going to form the government, but it has not yet. But it doesn't mean that the Congress has lost its position as being a dominant political force within the India alliance, being the only party with pan-India presence, pan-India strength.
But we're talking about Maharashtra, we're not talking about pan-India. We're talking about Maharashtra, Gyanendra Mishra, but Anish, you know, the unsaid boss of the MBA obviously happens to be Sharad Pawar, your party leader.
We're no bosses. We don't claim such. unsaid boss titles. We are an alliance partner just like our other alliance partners, and we're fighting this election together. But let me come in here very quickly.
No, my question, let me complete my question. My question was that, though of course Sharad Pawar has not made any statement insofar as leader of the MVA or the Chief Minister face is concerned, would he not want, for example, Supriya Sule to take the battle
No, one
now?
second. By the way, we've been the only party that have said that we are not in the race for Chief Ministership. We're the only party that has said we do not want to stake claim to the Chief Minister's chair, and have said that we'll see what happens after the election. So right now, I think there is immense clarity. Let me give you a few examples. You know, Sanju Verma started off the show by saying there was an isolated incident of Baba Siddique being killed in broad sort of public at 9 p.m. in Bandra in Mumbai. But that's not the case. Just a week ago in Baikala, another NCP Ajit Pawar leader, Mr. Kurmi, was stabbed to death and murdered. Just a few months ago, Abhijit Ghosalkar, a senior UBT leader, was shot dead on a Facebook Live. Just a few weeks ago, you saw the Badlapur sort of disgusting sexual assault of toddlers, in which an encounter justice was celebrated by no less than the Home Minister of Maharashtra with a poster around the state that said Badlapura with a gun next to his head. Just a few days ago in Pune, where I am currently, where I've just addressed a campaign meeting, you had the sexual assault, a gang rape of a child in Bobdev Ghat, for which no information is pending despite visits by Supriya and Mr. Pawar to the site. The people of Maharashtra have decided they don't care about who's the Chief Minister. They want this government out. And the one cry that you're hearing on the street is, "Ya sarkarcha karaycha kai, khali doka var pay." You can't translate it literally in Marathi to English, but the simplest thing is that this government has to be voted out, and they will press whatever the symbol of the Mahavikas Aghadi is, like they did in the Lok Sabha election, in the Vidhan Sabha election, and a chief minister from the Mahavikas Aghadi will come to power.
Okay, fair enough. I don't want this, Sanju, I don't want this to turn into a law and order debate because... I gave you the opportunity to speak on that at the very beginning, in fact, Sanju. What I can break is that another arrest has happened in the Baba Siddique case. The third assailant has been arrested by Mumbai police. Remember, two have already been in custody for effectively 24 hours now since the killing happened in Bandra. And this is the breaking news development. In fact, in the Siddique murder probe, the cops have made third key arrest. Remember, there were 4 assailants, 2 were on the run. Praveen Lonkar from Pune has been arrested, and investigation proceeding apace. Lawrence Bishnoi gang angle has emerged after the gang itself claimed responsibility for carrying out the killing. The police, of course, is not closing other possible theories, including business rivalry. And investigation moving on. Third arrest being made of Praveen Lonkar from Pune. But moving on, I would say I have come to the end of this conversation on Maharashtra. Thank you so much, Anish and Gyanendra Mishra and Samir Chogaonkar for joining us. Sanju stays with me for the conversation on the other side, on the Congress versus BJP on Haryana, and most importantly, the bluff that has been called today of farmers' protest being organic in any manner, because Gurnam Singh Chaduni of the Bharatiya Kisan Union has come out and said that they created a hawa, they created an atmosphere, they did all the spade work for the Congress party, and yet the Congress failed because of its leadership and the arrogance with which Bhupendra Singh Hooda conducted himself. In fact, Chaduni has gone on to say that Bhupendra Singh Hooda should not be made the leader of opposition because he has hardly acted like one, not just during the campaign, but for the last 10 years since the BJP has been in power in Haryana and, of course, has come back again. So let's listen into what BKU's Gurnam Singh Chaduni has said, exposing the Congress there, and then I come back for a conversation.
At the helm of these anti-India protests at the Haryana-Delhi borders in 2020 to 2021 was the Bharatiya Kisan Union. The same Bharatiya Kisan Union has officially admitted to having worked for the Congress in Haryana.
मैं ये मानता हूँ कि जो भूपेंद्र हुड्डा है वो अति बुद्धिहीन है। हरियाणा में जो माहौल बनाया कांग्रेस के पक्ष में, वो हमने बनाया था, वो किसान वर्ग ने बनाया था। किसान चलो मेरे को नहीं दी थी, दूसरे 2 किसान लीडरों को दे देता, कम से कम लोगों के अंदर ये तो जाता कि हाँ अब किसानों का कौन है जी, बीजेपी वैसे किसानों की तो सामने कांग्रेस नजदीक नहीं लगाती, फिर कहाँ जाएंगे ये। इसलिए हम आप खड़े हुए, रमेश दलाल खड़ा हुआ, हर्ष शिकारा खड़ा हुआ, मैं खड़ा हुआ, और भी कई लोग प्रयास में थे लेकिन वो नहीं हो पाए।
With this, the Congress's hands in gloves and back channel alliance with the same farmers union is now exposed. But the situation has become far worse since the defeat. Not only has Congress been exposed, but the sneakish election strategy in Haryana under Rahul Gandhi's leadership has boomeranged. Political farmers like the Bharatiya Kisan Union, whom the Congress vocally supported in the farmers' protest against the centre over farm laws, are openly speaking against the Congress leadership. Notably, Gurnam Singh Charuni, who contested from Pihowa seat in Haryana, was also defeated against Congress candidate Mandeep Chatta.
मैं बता रहा हूँ ना, सबसे बड़ी वजह ये रही कि इसने किसी से समझौता नहीं किया और कांग्रेस ने इसके ऊपर छोड़ दी। और अब भी मैं आपके माध्यम से कहना चाहता हूँ कांग्रेस हाईकमान को कि अब भी जो विपक्ष का नेता बनाना है वो भूपेंद्र हुड्डा को ना बनाए, क्योंकि पिछले 10 सालों में भूपेंद्र हुड्डा ने विपक्ष की भूमिका नहीं निभाई, किसान यूनियन ने विपक्ष की भूमिका निभाई थी, भूपेंद्र हुड्डा ने विपक्ष की भूमिका नहीं निभाई। और अगर आगे भी ऐसा रहा तो फिर आगे भी मत उम्मीद करना कि कांग्रेस का राज आएगा। अच्छी भूमिका निभानी पड़ेगी विपक्ष की इनको, और वो मजबूत विपक्ष चाहिए, उसके लिए लड़ने वाला आदमी इनको आगे करना पड़ेगा।
Congress now finds itself in an ironic situation in Haryana.
All right, Sanju continues to be with us from the earlier debate. Also joining us, Vikram Kasana, Youth President of the BKU Chaduni from Haryana in a bit. And we have Romesh Sabarwal of the Congress joining us live from Delhi. I would want to begin with you, Mr. Sabarwal. This is big, actually. BKU, Gurnam Singh Chaduni saying, we did the hard work on the ground, Congress did nothing and yet failed. Maybe that is the reason why the Congress party failed. But you see that everyone is holding a mirror to the Congress party, Mr. Sabarwal, post the Haryana results.
No. He is saying that Mr. Huda has not listened to their voices, they want tickets with the assembly elections. I realize what he's saying is right, we should have given them a tickets, and we will definitely, I heard him regarding the leader of the opposition, we'll definitely keep in mind the sentiments of the farmers. Ultimately, the farmers are very important for the country and very important for the Haryana and very important for the party also, but mostly the farmers are very important for the country. That is the most important. We should listen to their sentiments, and the Congress party believes in that, because this country, basically, we are depending totally, we have always respected the farmers. The Congress party has always done that. I apologize if there is something wrong has been done. I will definitely convey the sentiments of the BKU to the High Command. I will try my level best to see that they should get justice, and the Congress party should not do a mistake again. We apologize for that.
Okay, that's a very honest and candid admission there, Mr. Sabarwal. But also, there is a very damning expose, so to say, in that soundbite, which I think you can't dodge, which is that he's saying farmers' protest be created so that Congress, there is a hawa for the Congress party. The farmers' protests were not organic, natural, on their own, and not for farmers. They were to get Congress to power.
No, they were agitating all the genuine issues, which brutally the Modi government was killing them regarding the farmers' law and the way in which the undemocratic means were made to stop them to come to Delhi, It's so much bad, it has never happened since the independence. We always respected our andatas. I don't know what happened to Mr. Modi's style of working the government. I was listening to this. I feel that we should respect the sentiments, whether A party or B party. We must respect the farmers at any cost. We should not involve them into the dirty politics also. And we will definitely improve ourselves with the relationship with the farmers more stronger.
May I come in?
Okay, Sanju, yeah, you come in. But you have to also answer, you see, this should discomfort the BJP a bit. Because he's saying the farmers were on the side of the Congress. No farmer you would see on the side of the BJP. And now that the Congress is lost, where would they go? So I don't know whether Gurnam Singh Charuni can be taken as the most important farmer leader because he has lost himself with only 1170 votes. But then he is expressing a sentiment which some section of the farmers perhaps would share, that they see Congress as a natural ally, not the BJP.
You know, Abhishek, that's a very interesting and pertinent question, and let me answer your question without any ifs or buts and without shoving the uncomfortable truth under the carpet. Mr. Ramesh Sabharwal has been gracious to say that, you know, he will take the feedback from the ground to the Congress High Command. That is the Congress's lookout. I don't want to comment on that. But what I certainly want your audience to know is this. This whole Mahal business, which Gurnam Singh Charuni has admitted. Gurnam Singh Charuni of Bharatiya Kisan Union has a political party called Sanyukta Sangharsh Party. First and foremost, Sanyukta Sangharsh Party has been routed in the Haryana polls. Ditto was the case in the Punjab polls when Gurnam Singh Charuni's party had participated, and Balbir Singh Rajewal, another tall farmer leader, he had also participated. His party also failed to get a single seat and was routed. So the first point I'm making is that not everybody who says that I am representing the larger cause of farmers is actually telling you the whole truth. Point number two, this whole narrative कि बीजेपी के खिलाफ जवान भी है, बीजेपी के खिलाफ किसान भी है, बीजेपी के खिलाफ पहलवान भी है. That was absolute balderdash. जय जवान, जय किसान, जय पहलवान बीजेपी के लिए सिर्फ जुमले वाली बात नहीं है. It is a work ethic which is in action, and the best example of the fact that we have been with farmers is the fact that today more than 10 crore farmers have benefited to the tune of more than 3.45 lakh crore with money going directly into their bank accounts via PM Kisan Yojana. More than 35 crore insurance applications have been processed for the farming community under the Pradhan Mantri insurance scheme, which takes care of farmers when their crops are damaged. And I think farmers are very smart. They saw that 1200 farmers committed suicide in Karnataka. Rahul Gandhi ke muh mein Fevicol jam gaya. They saw that farmers protested in Hanumangarh in 2021 in Rajasthan when Ashok Gehlot was the chief minister, and Hanumangarh में farmers के खिलाफ लाठी चार्ज किया था अशोक गहलोत की सरकार ने तब 2021 में, and राहुल गांधी के मुंह में तब भी फेविकॉल जम गया था. And very recently, Abhishek, barely 4 weeks back, farmers were protesting for free electricity which had been promised to them by Rahul Gandhi in the run-up to Telangana assembly polls. And what did Revanth Reddy's government do? Revanth Reddy's government actually lathi charged farmers who were only asking for free electricity which had been promised to them. Farmers have understood Congress का खटाखट model सिर्फ इनको बरगलाने का एक तरीका है. So farmers have wisened up to the fact यदि anyone can give deliverables on the ground and take them to their logical conclusion, it is only one party which has pan-India presence. That is the Modi government, the BJP, and Narendra Modi's leadership is what farmers have reposed their trust in unequivocally, which is showcased by the Haryana results, where our vote share is the highest ever in the last 20 years at a solid 40%. No party has ever won Haryana elections thrice in a row. It is a record in post-independent India, showcasing that the Modi juggernaut is unstoppable.
Okay. Mr. Sabharwal, you know, you are saying that farmers are with you. Gurnam Singh Charuni, of course, for his politics, suggesting the same, that typically the farmers would be with the BJP, with the Congress. But the fact of the matter is, even today I was going through a report which suggested that farmers are protesting in Punjab. Though, of course, you are not in power there in Punjab, but it's your ally, the Aam Aadmi Party, Mr. Sabharwal. And the farmers are protesting because they are not getting due share or reasonable price for their crop. And these protests are going on in Punjab, Mr. Sabharwal. So it's not that the farmers are happy. in governments which are ruled by either you or your allies.
By alliance. No. We are equally concerned what you are saying. We'll definitely take up the issue with our alliance partner. Whether we never fought election of the assembly in alliance with the and the parliament also in Punjab, but still, they are our parties are part of India Alliance. I will request my party high command to immediately take up the matter, the leader of the opposition of the Congress party, to take up the issue of the farmers. They should get justice, because we are always pro-andatas. We are not the party who puts the nails on the keels on the by disallowing them to enter the capital of India from all the parts or surrounding all the borders of Delhi, But they have done, the BJP, the whole country knows. The whole country knows this also, what the EVM is helping them. The whole country knows that we have the equal number of votes in Haryana, despite that they have done the Hera Fairy, the black magic. They will be exposed. God is there. God will definitely expose Mr. Modi and his coterie, One day will come.
Farmers not getting their due for their paddy. What has Modi to do with that? Because it's about Punjab, you see. Punjab farmers on Sunday blocked roads and squatted on rail tracks at many places in the state.
Sir,
it's the procurement which is not happening.
I need to come in.
Sir,
I'll come to you, Sanju. Let Mr. Sabarwal complete. I'll come to you. Let him complete. I'll come to you. Mr. Sabarwal, what does Narendra Modi government to do? Is this procurement happening in the state?
No, I'm just saying that we will definitely take up the matter with the Punjab government, and we'll see that they should get the justice.
You think your allies would listen to you? You did not listen to them when the seat sharing was happening in Haryana. You are not spoken to when Akhilesh Yadav has to decide bipole seats. Who is talking to you, Mr. Sabarwal? Nobody, your allies are talking to you.
Sir, you don't worry. Everybody is talking to us and we are talking to them. We are all brothers. We have to save the country.
It does not help you when you get exposed in friendly fire, where Gurnam Singh Chaduni, Mr. Sabarwal, seems to be trying to be a good friend of the Congress High Command in saying that Bhupendra Singh Hooda is a buddhihin leader, he should not be trusted as much as you did, and that he should not be made leader of opposition. And it's not helping you, because in saying so, Chaduni has exposed the entire game plan of the farmers' protest. Sanju Verma, you see, this whole thing of a lobby working to create disruption in the country clearly comes out of this, because these farmers' protests were a sham. They had political agenda, they had political objective, and that's what Gurnam Singh Chaduni is saying. We did it for the Congress party.
Mr. Sabarwal, the good thing about debating with you is you don't heckle. I did not heckle you. Now please extend the courtesy to me. I did not interject you when you were making some reckless allegations. First and foremost, Bhagwan sab dekh raha hai. Bhagwan sab dekh raha hai. Isliye for the first time in 62 years, the incumbent Prime Minister romped back to victory and became Prime Minister for the third time in a row, which has never happened for the longest time in over 7 decades in post-independent India. The second point, ये जो EVM को बार-बार घसीटना है, जब भी कांग्रेस पार्टी चुनाव हारती है, कर्नाटका जीते तो EVM सही है, तेलंगाना जीते तो EVM सही है, आम आदमी पार्टी पंजाब जीती तो EVM सही है, जब नहीं तो मुझे भी खत्म करने दीजिए मिस्टर सबरवाल। प्रॉब्लम ये है कि जब कांग्रेस नहीं जीतती, इनका रवैया है अंगूर खट्टे हैं। प्लीज कम आउट ऑफ दिस अंगूर खट्टे हैं मेंटालिटी। एंड माय लास्ट पॉइंट इज दिस, EVMs, and I have discussed this with Arnab Goswami, Abhishek's colleague, on umpteen debates. It is not virtually next to, but it is impossible to hack into EVMs because they are protected by double randomization. First, when EVMs are distributed to assembly booths, and then from assembly booths to individual polling booths. Thanks to double randomization, EVMs को hack करना नामुमकिन ही नहीं, बिल्कुल मुश्किल है। ये बात तो कांग्रेस हाईकमान कान खोलकर सुन ले। My final point is this: in Haryana, look at this. BJP retained 26 of its seats which it had won in 2019, and what happened? 8 out of 12 seats where Rahul Gandhi campaigned, the Congress lost, which means Rahul Gandhi has a failure strike rate of 67%.
Okay.
Pichli baar, in 2019, out of 19 Dalit seats, the BJP had won only 4. This time we won 10 out of the 19 Dalit centric seats. इसका मतलब
Okay, Sanju.
ब्राह्मण भी हमारे साथ थे, नॉन जाटव दलित्स भी हमारे साथ थे, पहलवान भी हमारे साथ थे, और विनेश फोगाट को आप लेकर तो आए.
Okay.
But she could not bring you to the finishing
Sanju,
line.
we have had this conversation.
आप वही धरे के धरे रह गए. आप धरे के धरे रह गए.
We have had this conversation, Sanju.
You had a humiliating defeat. You had a humiliating defeat.
We have analyzed the Haryana verdict all through the week since the results came, Sanju.
You are saying that you formed a committee with KC Venugopal and Ajay Makin to look into the Congress Haryana poll debacle.
Yes, let Mr. Sabharwal answer that, Sanju. What committee is going to do, Mr. Sabharwal? It's written on the wall why the Congress party failed in Haryana. The leadership failed its cadres, and all the centralization that was done in Bhupinder Singh Huda's hands has resulted in the kind of election verdict you have got, Mr. Sabharwal. Quick 10 seconds, I am running out of time.
So I've written a letter to the High Command that we should have a fact-finding committee on the Haryana elections, the malpractices of the Election Commission also.
Would they look into what? Would they look into the manner the tickets were distributed by the Huda camp?
No, they should.
Look into your own backyard, please. Stop blaming the Election Commission.
Both, all issues. All issues.
Okay, so you have accepted, Mr. Sabharwal, that the problem was with the manner in which the Congress party ran its campaign in Haryana and not the electronic voting machines, which on the day of the results, the Congress leaders sought to present a picture of. On that note, I have run out of time. I have run out of time. Thank you so much, so Sanju Verma and Mr. Ramesh Sabharwal for joining us. We are run out of time completely, and short break news and live and breaking is on the other side. And of course, Arnab Goswami is back with the debate at 8 p.m. Super Prime Time Max tomorrow. Join in.
$13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
assassination of Hassan Nasrallah? Was there something that was being worked out? Do you believe if it had, probably we would not have seen the kind of escalation that we are seeing right now?
There were some kind of agreement, draft agreement for a ceasefire, ostensible acceptance of Israel to this ceasefire, to the proposal from the United States and France, was a part of the plot to assassinate Hassan Nasrallah. India is a credible negotiator, and we asked them again and again to put pressure on Netanyahu to stop this war, to end this madness, and resort to peaceful solution.
Director, The Taste of Success.
I'm announcing today that upon taking office, we will have an Operation Aurora at the federal level. To expedite the removals of these savage gangs, and I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. Think of that. 1798. This was put there. 1798. That's a long time ago, right? To target and dismantle every migrant criminal network operating on American soil. Who would have ever thought that a president or a future president would ever have to stand here and say such things? Who would think that that's even possible to have to do?
We have some big breaking news coming in as far as Baba Siddiqui's murder probe is concerned. The Maharashtra police have arrested another key person involved in the assassination of Baba Siddique. They have arrested Praveen Lonkar from Pune. Remember, Praveen Lonkar is the brother of Shubham Lonkar. Shubham Lonkar is the one who confessed to the crime and took responsibility while also framing the others in the case as well. Now, Praveen Lonkar is the one who supplied the arms to these killers, and it was the same pistol that was supplied by Praveen Lonkar that was used to fire at Baba Siddique, eventually resulting in the death of the senior NCP leader. I have Sandeep also joining me on this live broadcast. Sandeep, this is a big headway that the Maharashtra police have made in the case. Tell us more about Praveen Lonkar and his role.
See, Praveen Lonkar is the brother of Shubham Lonkar, and Shubham Lonkar is the person who had in fact made a social media post and claimed that this whole conspiracy is done by him, and it was Lawrence Bishnoi gang who in fact claimed this murder. Ultimately, it is being said by our sources that the plot to kill Baba Siddique was in fact the conspiracy took place, the planning took place in Pune, and it was in fact Shubham Lonkar who took Shiva and Gurmel as well as Dharamraj on board in fact, and conspired to kill Baba Siddique, and in fact the plot to kill was in fact decided in Pune, and ultimately this whole conspiracy was conspiracy took place in Pune. Ultimately, it was Shubham Lonkar who had hired these shooters there in Pune, and the whole conspiracy started from Pune. Ultimately, this is a major, breakthrough for Mumbai police right now. Mumbai police crime branch who had arrested Praveen Lonkar from Pune. Although Shubham Lonkar, one of the key conspirators, is still on the run. The search operation is still underway at multiple states right now, and he is still on the run. So the search operation is underway. For now, 3 people. Remember, 2 were already absconding. That is Akhtar, Zishan Akhtar. Apart from that, Shiva is still absconding. Another accused that is being named in this very conspiracy is Shubham Lonkar, who is a resident of Pune, and the search operation is underway right now.
Right, Sandeep, many thanks for joining me with those details. With that, viewers, the total number of arrests made in the case has now climbed up to 3, and the search is on for the other accused in the case. Hello and a very warm welcome, viewers. You're watching Republic TV. I'm Deepak Suresh Kumar. First up is the focus on Baba Siddique's assassination. As the ruling Mahayuti in Maharashtra came under severe opposition fire after former minister and NCP leader Baba Siddique was sensationally shot in full public glare. Sources in the Mumbai police crime branch have said that the two suspected assailants who were detained in the wake of the killing claimed to be part of the Lawrence Bishnoi gang during the interrogation. Delhi police will also send a crack team to Mumbai to question Lawrence Bishnoi as well. And the special cell is saying that the probable motive for the gangster being linked to the killing was to establish his criminal influence in Mumbai. Meanwhile, an eyewitness to the sensational murder told your channel that he thought initially crackers were being burst as gunshots rang out, adding that the NCP leader was fatally fired upon despite the presence of police personnel at the scene. Take a look at this report.
As the maximum city reeled under the aftershocks of the sensational murder of senior NCP leader Baba Siddique, a probable link to the dreaded Bishnoi gang has now surfaced. According to sources in the Mumbai police crime branch, two suspected assailants who were nabbed in the wake of the killing claimed to be the henchmen of gangster Lawrence Bishnoi. Delhi police meanwhile decided to send a special team to Mumbai to probe the killing of the senior NCP leader.
NCP leader and a prominent face in Bandra West area, Baba Siddique, was shot out here at Kherwadi locality, wherein three individuals came from bike and attacked Baba Siddique out here at this very place. This is the place where Baba Siddique had in fact parked his car, and at this point in time when he was here, three unknown individual in fact came up on the bike and in fact shot him multiple rounds of bullets, which led to his death. He was instantly moved to Lilavati Hospital in Bandra West, after which he was declared dead by the doctors out there.
Sources in Delhi police special cell said that the probable motive for the gangster, whose name has come up in connection with the hit of the former Maharashtra minister, was to spread his sphere of criminal influence in Mumbai.
जिस जगह पर फायरिंग किया गया बाबा सिद्दीकी पे, इसी जगह पे फायरिंग किया गया। लगातार मुंबई पुलिस की क्राइम ब्रांच की टीम देर रात तक जो आरोपियों को अरेस्ट किया उनसे पूछताछ कर रही है। तीसरे आरोपी को पता करने के लिए अलग अलग टीम बनाई गई है मुंबई क्राइम ब्रांच के द्वारा, लेकिन अभी तक पता नहीं चल पाया है कि तीसरा आरोपी कहाँ है।
The senior NCP leader, who was deeply connected to the Mumbai film industry, was fatally shot in public glare near his son Zishan Siddiqui's office on Saturday late night. He was rushed to the nearby Lilavati hospital but succumbed to his injuries. Meanwhile, an eyewitness to the killing said that he thought initially that crackers were going off as gunshots rang out.
पटाखे बज रहे थे तो पटाखे की आवाज़ में वो पता नहीं चल पाया हम लोगों को कि गोलियां चल रही है कि नहीं चल रही, लेकिन जब भागना लोग शुरू किए तब हमें भी लगा कि नहीं कुछ तो हुआ है, तो हम भी अपने परिवार को लेकर भागना शुरू किया।
उस समय क्या स्थिति थी, क्या माहौल था आपको यहीं पे?
नहीं, देखिए ढोल वगैरह बज रहा था, काफ़ी भीड़ भाड़ थी, तो सब नाच गा रहे थे, दुर्गा माता को विसर्जन के लिए लेके जा रहे थे। तो इस तरफ आगे जहाँ पे इनका ये वारदात हुई है, ये इस तरफ जो वारदात हुई है, तो वहाँ का हमें कुछ नज़ारा पता नहीं चला, लेकिन जब यहाँ से लोग जो कुछ लोग यहाँ थे अगल बगल में जब भागना शुरू किए तब हमें लगा, और सब वो फिर माइक वगैरह सब बंद किया गया, म्यूजिक वगैरह बंद किया गया और फिर सब भागना शुरू कर दिया।
पुलिस थी उस समय?
पुलिस अगल बगल में तो यहाँ कुल हर जगह थी, पुलिस तो थोड़ी बहुत थी, लेडीज़ पुलिस भी थी, जेंट्स भी थे, तो सब यहाँ वहाँ थे, तो हमें लगा माहौल तो ठीक ही है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं थी।
A nearby tea seller also shared his experience as the sensational killing went down.
डेली चाय पीते हैं, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं, आते हैं तो चाय तो पीते ही हैं।
हाँ, से ज़्यादा दूरी नहीं है जहाँ पे उनको गोली मारी गई?
नहीं
है ना,
तो 30 मीटर होगा।
30 मीटर। तो जब गोली मारी गई तो
वो फटाकरी बज रही थी, लोगों को समझ में नहीं आया।
आप गए दौड़ के वहाँ पे?
हाँ, लोग ऑफिस से जब दौड़े तो हम भी गए थे बाहर, तो हम गाड़ी तक गए थे।
तो वो जो जिन लोगों ने गोली मारी उनको कैसे पकड़ा गया?
ये नहीं देखे सर, हम यहीं तक रह गए।
भगाया गया या कोई?
हाँ, दौड़ते हुए गए थे।
वो लोग दौड़ते हुए गए?
कुछ उस तरफ भागे थे, कुछ इस तरफ गए थे।
अच्छा, तो स्थानीय लोगों ने पकड़ा था उन लोगों?
स्थानीय लोग पकड़े, पुलिस ने पकड़ी।
उनके साथ कितनी पुलिस वाले आमतौर पे होते हैं? बाबा के साथ एक आदमी रहता है हमेशा।
Meanwhile, Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has announced a burial with full state honors for the slain former minister. As the ruling Mahayuti came under severe criticism over the brazen murder of a top NCP leader, with questions arising on the state of law and order under the Shinde regime, NCP Supremo and Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar called out the opposition for politicizing the incident.
दो लोगों को उनके हाथ में लगे हैं, दो लोग, और भी कुछ लोग हैं, उनको ढूंढने के लिए, उनको लाने के लिए 5 टीम पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट ने लगवाई है। और अपोजिशन वालों को जो भी बोलना है वो बोल सकते हैं, लेकिन मेरी इतनी उनको विनती है कि अपना एक साथी, उन्होंने कांग्रेस में भी काम किया, हमारे महाविकास आघाड़ी में भी उन्होंने काम किया, अभी राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस में आके वो महायुति का भी एक घटक बने थे और अच्छी तरह से काम करने की उनकी कोशिश थी। वो स्पीच भी अच्छी तरह से देते थे, उनके एरिया में कुछ कार्यक्रम भी हुए, वहाँ लोगों ने बहुत अच्छी तरह से रिस्पांस दिया था। मैं खुद था, प्रफुल्ल भाई थे, बाबा थे, जिशान थे, सब हम थे, लेकिन जो नहीं होना चाहिए तो हुआ, इसका हमें बहुत दुख है।
Meanwhile, top criminal lawyer and 2611 prosecutor Ujwal Nikam weighed in on the incident.
It's a really most unfortunate incident which had occurred in Mumbai yesterday night. Mumbai had not witnessed since number of years the murder of any political leader. So the prime question is why the murder had occurred, who had committed. No doubt 2 suspects were apprehended by the mob on the spot, and I learned that the 3rd assailant ran away from the crime. But since it appears that some 10 to 15 days earlier, Baba Siddique was given threats and therefore police had given protection to him.
As the political war of words explodes over the killing of the top NCP leader, the big question is, are there more netas on the hit list?
Now, viewers, as a political war erupts over the fatal shooting on senior NCP leader Baba Siddiki, your channel has unearthed some chilling details pointing to a hit job, because according to top police sources, 2 of the suspected assailants who were nabbed in the aftermath of the incident claimed during interrogation that they received a few lakhs before the killing of the top NCP leader, but they were promised handsome rewards after the assassination. It has also further emerged that the shooters carried out a recce of the crime scene near the office of NCP leader's son Zishan Siddique. Take a look at this report.
Amid the raging political firestorm over the sensational shooting of former Minister Baba Siddique, chilling new details have emerged indicating a hit job. Your channel Republic TV has exclusively learned that 2 of the suspected assailants who were arrested in the wake of Siddique's murder claimed during questioning that they received money before the killing and they were promised handsome rewards after. According to top sources, the shooters wanted to execute the suspected contract killing earlier, but developed a cold feet after the top NCP leader got an elaborate security cover following threats to his life. It is also reliably learned that the assailants did a detailed recce of the crime scene before carrying out the suspected hit job. The former minister and Congress leader was fatally fired upon by 3 assailants outside his son Zishan Siddique's office in Mumbai. Baba Siddique was rushed to nearby Leelavati hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. The top sources also say that the police are looking into a dispute over the slum rehabilitation project as a possible trigger for the crime behind the sensational hit on the NCP heavyweight. The probable involvement of the Lawrence Bishnoi gang owing to Siddique's proximity with actor Salman Khan is also being looked at.
कल शाम 9 से 9:30 बजे के बीच में एक स्टेट मिनिस्टर श्री बाबा सिद्दीकी ये उनके ही बेटे के ऑफिस के बाहर जब आए तो उसी वक्त उन पर गोलीबारी की एक घटना निर्मल नगर पुलिस स्टेशन के एरिया में हुई है इस घटना के बारे में निर्मल नगर पुलिस स्टेशन में ऑफेंस दर्ज किया गया है और तुरंत ही इसका इन्वेस्टिगेशन क्राइम ब्रांच को सौंपा गया है। इस घटना के तुरंत बाद जो भी पुलिस वहां पे मौके पे मौजूद थी, इसमें निर्मल नगर पुलिस स्टेशन के एपीआई दाभाड़े और उनके साथ के अधिकारी और कर्मचारियों ने बहुत ही बड़ा साहस दिखाते हुए इमीडिएटली एक्शन लेते हुए 2 एक्यूज को स्पॉट पे ही पकड़ने में सफलता उनको मिली है और इस ऑफेंस का भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन क्राइम ब्रांच की तरफ से हर एक एंगल से किया जा रहा है। एक्यूज के पास से 2 पिस्टल और 28 राउंड्स हमने बरामद किए हैं और एक्यूज की कस्टडी जो है 21 तारीख तक हमें मिली है। इस घटना में लॉरेंस बिश्नोई गैंग का जो रोल है उसके बारे में हम इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रहे हैं।
Meanwhile, sharing an update on the ongoing probe into the killing, Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis said that some angles have emerged.
हे अशा सगळ्या जे काही या ठिकाणी थिअरीज येत आहेत, या थिअरीज कोणालाही माहिती नाहीत किंवा कुठूनही अधिकृत या थिअरीज नाही आहेत. ज्याला जे वाटलं तशा प्रकारच्या न्यूज तो चालवतो आहे. मी एवढंच सांगतो की काही अँगल्स लक्षात येत आहेत, त्यावर आता चौकशी चाललेली आहे. त्यापैकी मूळ चौकशीला अफेक्ट होणार नाही अशा प्रकारची जेवढी माहिती देण्यासारखी असेल ती दुपारी पोलीस देतील. आम्हाला महाराष्ट्राकडे पाहायचं आहे, महाराष्ट्राचा विकास, महाराष्ट्राची सुरक्षा पाहिजे. त्यामुळे ते खुर्चीकडे पाहतात, त्याने खुर्चीकडे बघावं, त्यांना जे बोलायचं बोलावं.
Joining me is Advocate Siddharth Agarwal. What were the arguments that took place in the court?
Police has asked for 14 days of custody of both the accused person that has been arrested in the present matter. And the court, after hearing the prosecution and our side, being an officer of the court, I had told the court whatever grounds on which the custody of the accused shall be minimized, and the prosecution has objected to it for sure. So considering that, court has given 7 days of police custody to accused number 1, and the ossification has been ordered against the accused number 2. After the ossification is done, then the accused number 2 will be produced before the court.
Why there is a kind of a confusion
accused number 2 has stated that he is 17 years old before the court, and court, upon considering his statement, has given such orders.
As far as the arguments are concerned, sir, there was multiple times it was said by the prosecution that there could be an international link to this. Whether there is a link to Lawrence Bishnoi gang or not, what have your, in fact...
you are absolutely correct that the prosecution has said that there are international links, but no such names has been taken as you are stating. So I cannot comment upon it. If the prosecution brings such material on record, that will be part of the judicial process. I cannot comment upon it.
As fresh revelations point to a hit job, the police have set up multiple probe teams to bring out the larger conspiracy behind the sensational hit on the NCP heavyweight.
Now, less than 24 hours after the top advisor to the Mamata Banerjee government mocked doctors who resigned en masse in solidarity with their fasting junior colleagues over the Arjika rape and murder case, saying that the so-called mass resignations had no legal standing. This is what the top advisor said, and a third doctor on an indefinite hunger strike for Abhaya was also rushed to the hospital after his condition worsened. Now, Bengal's leader of opposition, Suvendu Adhikari, meanwhile took a swipe at Mamata Banerjee's top advisor, Alapan Bandyopadhyay, for questioning the mass resignation, saying that his remarks were typical of the government's arrogance, insensitivity and audacity.
Amid the continuing showdown between the Mamata government and the protesting junior doctors, a third doctor was shifted to a hospital from the scene of the fast unto death at Kolkata's nerve center, Dharmatala. It is understood that the medical team of the protesting junior doctors front checked up on the fasting doctor Anastub Mukherjee after his health worsened. The medical team, according to reports, determined that the doctor should be shifted to a hospital at the earliest. 2 fasting doctors were similarly hospitalized earlier after their vitals took a turn for the worst. Lashing out at the state government, the juniors doctor front said that the Mamata-led administration would be responsible if any harm comes to the medicos who have put their lives on the line for Abhaya. The third doctor was hospitalized less than 24 hours after the top advisor to the Mamata government, Alapan Bandyopadhyay, mocked the mass resignations of senior doctors in solidarity with their junior colleagues by saying that they had no legal value.
We have been receiving certain letters which
do refer to mass resignation as a point of reference. Certain pages without any mention of the subject have been annexed to such letters. Those annexed subjectless papers do indeed contain some signatures without the designations mentioned. These mass resignations, as they are being described, actually have no legal value.
Responding to Mamta's top 8, leader of the opposition Suvendu Adhikari said that his remarks smacked of arrogance, insensitivity and audacity, typical of the leaders he serves.
প্রথম কথা হচ্ছে আলাপন বাবু সরকারের কেউ নয়। আজকেও তিনি যেটা বলেছেন এটা দম্ভ এবং ঔদ্ধত্যের বহিঃপ্রকাশ। ডাক্তারবাবুরা সার্ভিস রুল মেনে পদত্যাগ করেনি যেমন ঠিক, সাথে সাথে ডাক্তারবাবুদের সেন্টিমেন্টটাকে মর্যাদা সরকার দেওয়া উচিত, সেটা সরকার দিতে চাইছে না। সবচেয়ে বড় কথা হচ্ছে সরকার চাইছে ডাক্তারবাবুরা পদত্যাগ করে চাকরি ছেড়ে চলে যাক। আলাপন বাবুর আজকের যা সাংবাদিক বৈঠকে মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায়ের পক্ষ নিয়ে যে অহংকার এবং ঔদ্ধত্যের সঙ্গে দম্ভের সঙ্গে প্রেস কনফারেন্স করেছেন যে সার্ভিস রুল মেনে ইন্ডিভিজুয়াল পদত্যাগ করতে হবে এবং এটা এমপ্লয়ারের দুজনের মধ্যে বিষয়, মাস পিটিশন করে রেজিগনেশন দেওয়া যাবে না।
Meanwhile, support continued to pour in for the fasting junior doctors in Kolkata as 38 of their colleagues in Bengal's Arnab Medical College and Hospital resigned in solidarity with them. The Indian Medical Association, the country's top medical regulatory body, also announced a nationwide hunger strike from Tuesday in support of the fasting trainee doctors in Kolkata. As the state continues to be in a conflict with the saviors, we ask, has Mamta's tall promises on security and justice to protesting doctors come a cropper?
Now viewers, while the Congress continues to whine and cry about its Haryana poll drubbing, coming out with unfounded claims against the Election Commission, the focus has now shifted to the upcoming assembly elections in Maharashtra. And making no secret of his desire to return as the Chief Minister, Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray had a clip of his oath-taking during the MVA role play during his customary address to party supporters, expressing his desire for the top job as the MVA face for the CM pick. Here's how the tussle for CM face is unfolding within the MVA even before the elections.
Underlying tensions over a lack of consensus on a CM face are threatening to come to the fore, even as Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar sought to project a united face. Before his customary address on the Sehra, Shiv Sena UBT Supremo Uddhav Thackeray had a clip of his swearing in under the MVA rule play for party supporters.